This has been a great year for TV, full of interesting romantic relationships. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 TV couples of 2018.
2018 has been an absolute roller coaster of a year.
Are you out of your mind?
Click the link below to find our best and worst of 2018 videos for a look back at all the awesome and crazy things that happened.
For this list, we're counting down our favorite couples from TV shows airing in 2018 and focusing on events from the most recent seasons of the shows. We'll be talking about recent events on many of these shows, so a spoiler warning is definitely in order.
Okay, focus up. Let's do this.
Right.
Number 10, Nick Miller and Jessica Day, New Girl.
Good night, Nick.
Good night.
Like many iconic will they won't they sitcom couples before them, Nick and Jess had their ups and downs throughout this show's run.
I'd meant something like that.
From the beginning of New Girl, the chemistry between these two was clear. And finally, in the show's final season this past spring, they made things official by tying the knot before the story came to a close.
I can hear you breathing in my ear.
Season 7 used a time jump to show all our favorite characters a few years in the future, where Nick and Jess still aren't married, but by the end of the season, they managed to make it happen, in a typical New Girl unconventional way.
We doing this, Jessica Day?
We're doing this, Nick Miller.
It's about damn time.
Number 9, Connor Walsh and Oliver Hampton, How to Get Away with Murder.
If this feels so wrong to you, why get married here?
Because I love Oliver.
From the very beginning of How to Get Away with Murder, we wondered what would happen with this on-again, off-again couple.
Marry me, Oliver Hampton. Marry me so I can spend the rest of my life trying to make you as happy as you make me.
Connor and Oliver got engaged in season 4 and eventually married in the mid-season 5 finale. But the show's executive producer Pete Nowak warned that it may not be just a simple walk down the aisle for these two. He did say, however, that, quote, their relationship is just getting deeper, and what's really fun is for them to each be finding out things they didn't know about each other, as well as the audience is finding that out. Yep, and we're totally loving it.
Oliver, I want a long, boring, normal life because it's with you.
Number 8, Jane Villanueva and Rafael Solano, Jane the Virgin.
Raf, thank you. I know it's not dinner for two, but the way you support my writing is really romantic.
Jane the Virgin kicks off with the young Jane becoming pregnant accidentally. And in season 4 of the show, it seemed that she and Mateo's biological father were finally going to become the happy little family fans had been dreaming of.
When will your clients be here?
They're here. We're the client.
They spent the entire season getting closer and closer, culminating with Rafael considering a proposal in the finale.
Wait, does that mean you're saying yes?
I love him so much. Yeah, he is my future. Who else could it be?
With the news that Jane's ex-husband Michael is actually alive, however, we have no idea how the next season is going to go for these two. Number 7, Claire and Jamie Fraser, Outlander. We had to get through most of 2018 without any new Outlander episodes, but thankfully the 4th season premiered at the beginning of November.
Whoever you are, James Fraser. Yes. I do want you.
Despite the fact that we hadn't caught up with them for a while, Claire and Jamie will always be one of our favorite TV couples. And we're thrilled to see them together and exploring America in season 4.
Hi, Claire and I have decided to try and make a life here.
We're happy to see them actually together after all the turmoil they've experienced as a couple. And we're keeping our fingers crossed that nothing too terrible comes their way, though that may be wishful thinking.
I feel so lucky to be here with you.
Number 6, Eleanor Shellstrop and Chidi Anagonye, The Good Place.
What are you grinning at, weirdo?
Last year, we probably couldn't have seen this one coming, but as of 2018, Eleanor and Chidi are one of the couples we're rooting for the most.
Holy crap, you're supposed to be flying right now.
It's no big deal. I just decided I'd rather be helping you.
They were thrown together in the first season, but it was only in season 2 that we learned that they had actually hooked up, even if it was in an alternate timeline of sorts.
I love you. And you don't need to respond, because I know you have trouble saying how you feel.
I love you too.
Season 3 has shown us more flashbacks of their relationship. And though they may not actually be together now, the show's creator has heavily hinted at something more to come. Number 5. Sabrina Spellman and Harvey Kinkle, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. One of the best TV couples of 2018 is brand new, or decades old, depending on how you look at it.
There's nothing we can't handle, as long as we're being honest with each other.
When we found out that the people behind Riverdale were creating a darker, modern version of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, we were thrilled. And the end result managed to meet our already high expectations. One of the highlights of the show so far is the relationship between Sabrina and Harvey, which is something of a breath of fresh air as far as teen dramas go. They're shown to be supportive of one another through thick and thin, proving that you can have a functional relationship even when there are dark forces involved.
I'm not confused about you.
Me neither.
Because I love you and I trust you to do the right thing and to tell me the truth. In fact, I trust you more than I do anyone else right now.
Number 4. Amy Santiago and Jake Peralta, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Like Nick and Jess, what would sitcoms be without a good will they won't they couple, especially in the workplace? On Brooklyn Nine-Nine, that couple has been Amy and Jake since the very beginning, proving that opposites really do attract.
Jake wins, Amy loses.
For 4 whole seasons, we watched as they got closer and closer, and finally at the beginning of the 5th season, they decided to tie the knot.
Amy Santiago, will you marry me?
Jake Peralta, I will marry you.
The rest of the season ramped up to their wedding day, which took place in the finale and featured just about as many mishaps as you'd expect to see from these two.
I love you, and I'm worried about dancing in front of our friends. The end.
Jake and Amy, you may not be perfect, but you sure are relatable.
You're married. You may kiss the bride.
Number 3. Jack and Rebecca Pearson, This Is Us. These two sadly are not actually together in 2018, but because of the unique way in which the story of This Is Us unfolds, we've gotten to see more and more of their backstory this year.
You make me feel like I'm home. And I'm never really felt like that before.
The much anticipated and tear-jerking Super Bowl episode aired at the beginning of the year, finally showing fans how Jack dies after months of speculation. In season 3, however, we went right back to the beginning of Rebecca and Jack's relationship, bearing witness to their first date and seeing the reasons they decided to be together. This love story may be a tragic one, but we just can't look away.
And just
I never, ever do this.
of rain.
Number 2. Alec, Lightwood, and Magnus, Bane, Shadowhunters. This couple may have had quite the dramatic beginning, but as the seasons of Shadowhunters have worn on, they've become a huge favorite of viewers.
Magnus, you have nothing to worry about. I want this.
Affectionately known by their shippers as Malik, this LGBTQ+ couple shows how progressive things can be on TV by displaying a same-sex couple who are complex, realistic, and #goals-worthy.
You know what's not an understatement?
Their arc in the first half of season 3 may have been quieter than before, but it was great to see them settle into their relationship. Unfortunately, we only have a few episodes left to look forward to, when the final season wraps up in early 2019.
You're gonna make it back. You hear me?
Why wouldn't I? Look what I have waiting for me.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
We should have never tried to be normal. I'm not normal, all right? I'm never gonna be normal, and I'm not gonna be normal for anyone.
I don't want you to be normal.
You don't?
Hell no.
Press start.
Fresh start. All right, so
Everything that was wrong in my life, the pain of my past, my mistakes, it's all just washed away. And all I see is you and us and our future together.
Number 1. Cheryl Blossom and Toni Topaz, Riverdale.
You're sensational.
Riverdale is one of the hottest shows on TV, and it's known for having some of the hottest couples too. Last year may have been all about Betty and Jughead, but 2018 was undeniably the year of Shoni. Cheryl and Toni formed an unconventional relationship in season 2, which constantly left fans wanting more after several key scenes between them were reported to have been cut.
for the record, j'adore your flannel mesh aesthetic. I'm merely augmenting it for the occasion.
We simply can't get enough of these two, and eagerly anticipate what will happen between them moving forward. And we're hoping for more screen time for these lovebirds. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.